Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Almaty and I am here at school and I am about to read the book that we are going to be reading in our listening center this week. The book we're going to be reading is The Saturday Triplets in the Pumpkin Fair Problem. And right from that title, I can tell who the characters are, the main characters, and I can tell the setting, the pumpkin fair, and as the title suggests, there is a problem. So before I start reading, I want to tell you what we're looking for this week when we are reading. And excuse me because I'm going to be looking at this chart behind us to kind of give me some help in remembering. Isn't reading fun? I'm so glad that I can write and look back here and get some help. So our goal this week is to describe characters, who, settings, where, and major events, what. And we are going to be doing that using key details. Now, key details are very important because lots of people can describe characters and settings and events, but a lot of times they just use supporting details or details that are not as important and really aren't necessary when you're retelling the story. When I retell the story or when I want to describe the characters, I want to use those key details, the parts of the story that I cannot tell the story without. I have to have them. And so why are we doing this? Because if you can describe the characters, the setting, and the key details and the major events, you'll better understand what the story is all about. And how do you know you can do that? Well, when you do it. If you can tell a friend, a parent, somebody else about this book or any book using key details when you're describing the characters, the setting, and the major events, then you're doing it. Now, the other thing that I really want to work on this week is to identify or find words or phrases in stories and poems that suggest feeling or appeal to the senses. Now, we know all about the five senses, and when we appeal to them, it makes us able to visualize. It makes you better able to understand. And why do you want to do this? It helps you connect with the story, and it also helps you visualize and think about the meaning of the story better. For example, if I am going to tell you about my, something I cooked, or maybe I baked a cake. I could say, I baked a cake. Or I could say, I baked a delicious chocolate cake with ooey gooey chocolate icing that was dripping off the sides. It was delicious. It made my mouth water and I just want more and more. In fact, I already had 3 huge pieces. Did you hear how I was using words that suggested how I felt about the cake, as well as it appealed to your senses, almost in a way that you could imagine how that cake tasted? And when we are looking at stories, we want to be able to kind of point those out. It makes the stories more interesting, and again, when you're retelling it, it makes it more exciting. So, how do you know when you can do this? Well, you can point out those words that show feelings and emotion or connect to those senses. Delicious, ooey gooey, chocolate, full, 3 big pieces. Those are the types of words you're looking for, the ones that make the story more exciting and, again, easier to visualize. I'm sure you are thinking about cake right now just because of the fact that I did appeal to your senses. So let's go ahead and dive into our story and remember what we're looking for. And I'll help you point that out. All right, again, our story is The Saturday Triplets and the Pumpkin Fair Problem. All right. Go ahead and turn one page and you'll see the title page. Turn another and we have another title page. Okay, there we go. So this is what the first page is going to look like, and I'm going to kind of get up close so that you can see the words and see where I'm at. Don't forget to look at the pictures before we are reading, just to get an idea of what the story is about, using the illustrations to gain more understanding. It was Saturday morning. The triplets were eating breakfast. So far, I can now see the characters, and right now it looks like we've got a major event, but not really anything that's appealing to my senses. Go ahead and turn the page and put your finger on let's. Now notice that there are those quotation marks, and so I'm going to speak like the characters, or like I think they would sound. Let's do something, said Carlos. Something fun, said Bella. I know, said Anna. Let's go to the pumpkin fair. All right, so I already know where they're going, and they seem excited about it. Turn the page. And now we are in a new setting, so I'm going to say that this is the middle of the story. All right, put your finger on the. The fair was full of rides. I like the word full. It tells me that this isn't just a tiny fair. It tells me that this is a large fair with lots of rides. That word really appeals to my senses. Go ahead and turn the page. They could make scarecrows. They could eat cookies or paint their faces. It was hard to choose. Wow, it seems like there's a lot that they can do. They could make things, they could eat things, they could paint their faces. And I like the word hard because that shows me that they were having a hard time deciding. Go ahead and turn the page. Put your finger on let's. Let's find a ride that goes up and down, says Anna. No, says Bella and Carlos. Ooh, I'm seeing the problem. So it seems like Anna wants to find a ride that goes up and down. I like that they're using words like up and down. It kind of gives me an idea of the type of ride that she wants. And again, that's appealing to my senses. It makes it easier to visualize. Go ahead and turn the page. Finger on let's. Let's ride horses, said Bella. No, said Carlos and Anna. Oh, so Bella wants to ride horses and Carlos and Anna disagree. Or don't agree. Go ahead and turn the page. Put your finger on let's. Let's listen to music, said Carlos. No, said Anna and Bella. So it seems like all three of the triplets want to do something different. Go ahead and turn the page. Rides are best, yelled Anna. Horses are best, yelled Bella. Music is best, yelled Carlos. I love the word best. It really shows me that they all have a very strong opinion. And again, that's part of this identifying words that suggest feelings. They really feel strongly about it. So much so that they're yelling. Each one of them yelled. Go ahead and turn the page. I wonder what the solution is going to be. All good stories have a solution. Go ahead and put your finger on stay. Stay together, said Mom and Dad. We will, said Anna. We will, said Bella. Don't worry, said Carlos. Love it. I love all those bright pumpkins in the background. And they all still look happy even though they're disagreeing. Go ahead and turn the page. Put your finger on I. I see a ride that goes up and down, shouted Anna. She ran towards the ride. Go ahead and turn the page. I like that she's shouting. It gives me an idea of how excited she is. Put your finger on I. I see horses, shouted Bella. She ran toward the horses. Wow, she's running and she's shouting. She is excited. Go ahead and turn the page. Listen, shouted Carlos. He ran toward happy music. Oh, I'm so glad they used the word happy. That really describes the music, and it lets me kind of think about the type of music that he's hearing. Turn the page. Ooh, look at all these questions. I see those question marks at the end. Go ahead and put your finger on where. Where is Anna? Where is Bella? Where is Carlos? Turn the page. Put your finger on here. Here we are, called the triplets. We found horses, said Bella. We found music, said Carlos. We found them on the same ride, said Anna. Oh my goodness, they sure did. Oh, that is the perfect solution. They all wanted to ride something different, and they decided to compromise and ride something that had to do with what all of them wanted to do. And it looks like they found a carousel. Go ahead and turn the page and put your finger on what? What a perfect pumpkin fair! Oh, they all look so happy, and they're using the word perfect to describe the pumpkin fair. And that really shows me that they've enjoyed their time. They loved the fair, and to them, it was perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. It was wonderful. All right, let's talk about what we've read. So, as you can see, we were able to pick out those words that really appealed to the senses and gave us more detail about the story. Now, that was the second thing that we were supposed to do. The first thing is that we were going to describe the characters, settings, and major events using key details. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to let you guys pause the video in a moment. Don't do it until I say to. What I want you guys to do is I want you guys to talk with each other, and I want you guys to retell the story, describing the characters. How did they feel? And use the book if you want to. Sometimes it's really, well, you know, all the time it's really good to go back into the story to gain more understanding. And we've only read this once. And if you really want to understand a book, I say 3 times is the way to go. So, for example, you can say, it was the morning and they were eating breakfast. Well, you know what? That really doesn't describe the characters. It was Saturday morning and the triplets were at home having fun eating breakfast. They wanted to come up with a really good plan for the day, so they decided to go to the... All right, I'm going to let you guys pause it and finish that up. Now, when you guys are finished, I want you guys to play the video again, and I have one more thing for you to do. All right, pause the video, talk with each other for about a minute or two, describing the characters. I was retelling the story, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you should just go through and talk about Carlos. Maybe you should go through and just talk about Bella. And maybe you should go through and just talk about Anna. Describe them, tell me about them, tell me the things that they like. That's a much better idea. So what did Anna want to do? What did Bella want to do? What did Carlos want to do? Tell me all about the fair. Describe it using really, really good adjectives. And tell me the events of the story. And again, if you do want to tell the events, go ahead and retell it because they're best done in order. All right, pause the video, guys, and then play the video for your last assignment. Hey guys, it's me again. So here's your assignment. What you're gonna do is you're gonna find a blank piece of paper on the table and a clipboard. What I want you to do is I want you to draw a picture of your favorite character and what they wanted to do. Now, you could draw all three of them at the end, having fun if you wanted, but if I were you, I would pick something that they wanted to do. So say, for example, that you wanted to pick Bella. I can go back to the story and I can see this page and I can see what Bella really, really wanted to do. So draw a picture of Bella. Draw a picture, a really detailed picture of, the ride that she wanted to do, and describe her. Describe the setting that she's in right now, the type of activity that she wanted to do. All right, guys, so that's what I want you guys to do. I hope you enjoyed the story, and we'll be talking about this story more later. All right, bye, guys.